Hello and welcome back to another broadcast of Seahawks Central News. I'm Mackenzie Rankin, filling in for Patrick Cogan.
And I'm Sydney Bouchelle. With spring break being right around the corner, UNCW and SCN want to ensure you have a fun, but most importantly, safe vacation. One of our reporters is out of studio catching up with Crossroads on tips and topics regarding safe decision making.
And later, faculty accountability within the film department has been put into question after an article was released by an academic news source. Listen in to learn a little more about this interesting story.
We have all of that and more, so sit down and stay tuned.
Because Seahawks Central News starts right now.
Before we begin the broadcast, we wanted to bring you the latest update on Chancellor Sartorelli's recent absence from campus. As most of you know, the Chancellor announced he would be out of office for a few weeks beginning Monday, January 29th for bypass surgery. We are happy to announce that the bypass surgery was a success and Chancellor Sartorelli has been home resting as of February 6th. The recovery process will take some time and there is no word on how long he'll be out of work.
From the horrible school shooting in Florida to changes being made to the globally renowned travel app Airbnb, there is a lot going on in national news. To keep you up to date on the latest, here's this week's segment of The Current Wave. If you've ever taken a quick weekend getaway, you probably know that Airbnb is one of the best ways to travel on a budget. While the company is making big changes, and by 2028, the company hopes to host more than 1 billion guests. As part of this, Airbnb is launching more lodging types, such as boutique hotels, bed and breakfast, and high-end rentals. The company is also launching Airbnb Collections, which will allow group travelers to purchase housing that fits their needs, such as weddings, honeymoons, and group getaways. The 10-year-old company is currently valued at $31 billion and has a total of 4.5 million listings in 81,000 cities. Are you one of the 150 million Snapchatters around the globe? If so, keep an eye on the news section of the app. Recently, hoaxers were able to edit a news story on Snapchat claiming that a Miami school was under threat. And while this particular incident was a rumor, it quickly follows the untimely February mass shooting of Stoneman Douglas High School, in which 17 people were killed and several others injured. The school featured in the article happens to be only 50 miles away from the school shooting. According to CNN, the Miami Herald story from last week was photoshopped to carry a different headline, text, and quotes from the school principal and county official, while keeping both the Herald's masthead and the journalist's byline. The new headline reads, "Threats in local school, W.R. Thomas Middle School emerge." This sent parents into a frenzy, not knowing that the headline and news story had been completely made up. The Miami-Dade Police Department is working to make arrests in this case.
The recent shooting at the Florida high school has shook the entire country and has even created a movement here on UNCW's campus. UNCW student ambassadors held a vigil for the victims this past Wednesday in the amphitheater. The event was open to all UNCW students, faculty, and staff, in which some spoke to help commemorate those lives. Each name of the 17 victims were read by an ambassador, Lauren Ingram, who was the student behind the entire vigil. When talking with Ingram, she stated that the event is meant to spark conversation among the Wilmington community about the possibility of change, which she feels starts with a discussion of what happened. Whether you're participating in the classic Cancun vacation for spring break or keeping it local, UNCW wants to ensure their students' safety. SCN reporter Aria Janelle is out of studio talking to Crossroads to bring you tips on a successful spring break. Aria?
As spring break approaches, Crossroads is gearing up for their annual Awareness Week to make sure everyone has the tools to be safe. Through their Stranger Things theme, their programming has reached all new heights. With a cool theme and great information, students are lining up for waffles, free shirts, and to learn more about how to be safe during spring break.
People have alcohol poisoning, stuff like that. I should always call 911 if someone has alcohol poisoning, symptoms of alcohol poisoning, and just how to be safe.
But despite all the fun, Crossroads is hoping to get a message through to students that being safe during spring break should be a priority. As Crossroads wraps up another annual Safe Spring Break Week, they're asking you to remember their harm reduction strategies when you're going out for spring break. And they're also reminding you of Marijuana Awareness Week, which starts in April. They'll have new shirts and new programs just for you. For Seahawks Central News, I'm Aria Janelle.
Thanks, Aria. Faculty accountability has been thrown into question here at UNCW after an article released by the James G. Martin Center for Academic Renewal. After helping a junior faculty member get a proposal off the ground for a film adaptation of her work, former UNCW Film Studies Chair Lou Bettino shares his story of how his contract with her was violated and his name was written out of the project. When he filed a complaint for a hearing with the UNCW Faculty Professional Relations Committee, no transcript was ever recorded. And while Bettino believes he was plagiarized when his name was removed from the proposal, the dean told Bettino that the school had no way to discipline the staff in this case. Following all of this, all records related to the event were ordered to be destroyed, leaving no record of wrongdoing and compromising the academic accountability of the entire institution.
Over the past couple of years, UNCW has strived for recognizing the diversity that is an integral part of our campus. In fact, last September, UNCW was presented with a Higher Education Excellence in Diversity Award from Insight into Diversity magazine. The HEED honor acknowledges many of the different programs and practices that are offered here on campus, like the DNA Discussion Project. Abby Cook is in studio to teach us a little bit more about this particular mission. Abby?
Thanks, Sydney. The fundamental distinctive characteristics of someone, also known as our DNA. But what if you found out your ethnicity isn't what you thought it was? The Office of Diversity and Inclusion invited Dr. Anita Foman to share the DNA Discussion Project. With the use of DNA test results, Foman explored the perceptions of race and ethnicity throughout society. Some students and faculty discussed surprising results as well as similarities between each other. The program offered a way for campus community to connect on a deeper level.
Well, that's it for us. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to UNCW TealTV for all your need-to-know UNCW news. For Seahawks Central News, I'm Mackenzie Rankin.
And I'm Sydney Bouchelle. Happy spring break, Seahawks.